It's Greg Tepper of Dave Campbell's Texas Football and TexasFootball.com here at the Fox Sports Southwest studios, getting ready for High School Scoreboard Live. But before we do that, I wanted to hop on here onto the YouTubes. That's what the kids call it, right? To tell you a little bit about my thoughts on Week 9 of the Texas high school football season. In a week that we kind of looked at from the outset and be like, I don't know if there's a bunch of big headliners as far as games are concerned. Ended up being a fantastic week. Let's start with Decatur's win over Springtown to basically win that district there in Region 1 of 4 Division 1. And here's my question. Now, first of all, great win for Decatur. They're able to they take an early lead. Springtown roars back. They end up scoring late to win the game. My question is Decatur the favorite in Region 1 now in 4A Division 1? I mean, Canyon's going to have something to say about it. Dumas is going to have something to say about it. I still think Springtown's going to be good. Andrews, another team to keep an eye on. But overall, when you take a look at 4A Division 1 Region 1, maybe it's Decatur's to lose now. Great win for Mike Fuller's squad. Lampasas holds off Austin LBJ. This was a very tight game, and it was a different kind of challenge for Lampasas. I think that because of the outstanding defense that LBJ has, and coupled with, I think, the weather getting colder and maybe a little bit windier, they had to rely on their ground game. And they ended up coming through with an important win. I thought this was a good challenge for Lampasas, a team that, has kind of been rolling past people recently, but this was a complete team win. We spent a lot of time talking about Ace Whitehead, but he'll be the first to tell you that, that's a whole team. And Cade Brister was fantastic. That running game, Jack Jerome, was fantastic as well. So Lampasas, another big win. Katie Tompkins beats Katie Taylor, and that Katie Tompkins defense is serious. Another kind of situation where we talk a lot about the quarterback because Jalen Milroe is so spectacular, but the defense is serious business. Serious business. I love this Tompkins defense. They improved to 4-0 on the year. The game of the night at the outset was in the six-man ranks, Sterling City and Westbrook. Sterling City outmuscles Westbrook, kind of beats them at their own game, a low-scoring defensive slugfest, and came up with key stops at the key moments. Great wins for Sterling City. They've got to be, they're going to rise to number one in the Dave Campbell's Texas Football 1A rankings. I would presume. Granger Huntress, shout me out, let me know. But I do think that a great win for Sterling City. Westbrook, I still think is going to be in the mix. I don't throw dirt on them. I think that's probably the power nexus, District 8. But Sterling City, a fantastic win. And by the way, that resume is really impressive now. Wins over May, wins over Borden County, a win over Happy, now a win over Westbrook. A great win for Trey Cisco's squad. Brock hammers Boyd in a battle of unbeatens. Not necessarily super surprising in my opinion. Brock is they just play bully ball, man. They line it up and they run it at you. And Cash Jones is fantastic, and that defense was able to kind of hold down Brandon Lamont in this Boyd attack. Great win for Brock. They remain unbeaten. They will almost certainly still be the number one team in 3A Division 1. How about in 4A, Geronimo Navarro edges out Wimberley to basically win the district championship, because if you look at the rest of that district, I think Navarro and Wimberley are head and shoulders the best teams in that district. Navarro, that grinding run game, and they've just had Wimberley's number, man. I don't know what it is, but Navarro just has their number. I think it's just the slot T in that defense. They match up well with Wimberley. Navarro, big win for them. El Campo beats Bay City for the 14th time in 15 meetings. The 101st consecutive year that these two teams have gotten after it. El Campo, that three-headed running attack they've got is just awful impressive. And they just, that is old school football, man. Line it up, run it at you, and play good defense. And El Campo comes away with a win. Battle of the Mound tonight. Flower Mound Marcus beats Flower Mound. What do you say? Garrett Nussmeier is great. It sounds like he got a little nicked up in this game, but came back, and then I think they pulled him because they were up by so much. Marcus drops Flower Mound to win the Battle of the Mound. That's a fun district, right? Keep an eye on Coppell, keep an eye on Hebron. If any of the Plano schools can figure it out, that'll make that a really fun, interesting district. But I think Marcus is probably your favorite. Midlothian Heritage beats Waco La Vega. Okay, all right. Midlothian Heritage, a great win. They started off really hot, kind of cooled off. This is a big statement win over a state-ranked Waco La Vega team. Questions kind of maintain about this La Vega offense, but Midlothian Heritage, fantastic win for them in that district. We thought at the beginning of the year that was going to be a fun game. Ended up being a fun game. Heritage gets a big win. Wild game of the night was Tomball Memorial 64, Klein Kane 49. I'm only pointing this out because I said on my picks video that was going to be super points a game, and I'm so rarely right that I just need to say I was right. It was a super points a game. And then finally, the Little Southwest Conference gets turned upside down as Abilene beats Permian. a week after Permian beats Midland Lee. So who knows in District 2 6A? It's just wild and woolly. Yeah, I got to get to High School Scoreboard Live coming up here on Fox Sports Southwest. So if you have the means, please get to a television and watch it. Yeah, I think that's all I've got. We got complete coverage at TexasFootball.com all week. I love you very much. Bye-bye.